Hey everyone, we are back with Fate Grand Order with Nahui Mictlan. Last time we are finally about to leave Chicken Itza. Go to the third underworld, where I assume it's a Greshkakal. I'm not for sure, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, the blue bar. I think that's good. Shosho Q-E. Is it Q-E? Is that how you say it? Maybe the Q is like an H? I don't know. The model's weird. Oh no, you can still see the blue line. I mean, what blue line? If you don't acknowledge it, it's not there. Okay. Are we taking the shadow border or are we going on foot? I heard you're headed to Mictlan. I have some experience with the journey to the 7th stratum. Would you mind if I came along as your guide? I was hoping you would. I agree. We won't have anything to fear as long as you're there with us, Tepu. Hey, new line working alright? Can you guys hear me? Yep, loud and clear, Minier. Mictlan's magnetic field is pretty strong. Every stratum has its own atmospheric density, magical energy concentration, and background radiation levels. Luckily, over the past few days, Professor figured out a way for the comms to actually adjust their signal to suit the environment. We still won't be able to contact each other while we're in the underworld, since its level seem to be similar to the singularities in certain ways. But otherwise, we should be good to go. Should be able to communicate while you're in the 7th stratum. That's great. We'll support you as best as we can from here. Oh, is Da Vinci coming with us? I forget who we decided would be going and coming, but we're staying, but... Oh my god, the Dino Nikes Brothers 11! Death rolling! Oh, I don't think they're coming with us. You're leaving too, Lady Needle. Nah, man, I'm gonna miss you. Guess you gotta go, since it's the 7th stratum. I mean, the 8th stratum's Kamazatsu's hideout. How is it? He shows up again, it's gonna be up to you to defeat him. Take care, big bro Horsey, and big sis Machu for us. Of course, that poor excuse for a necromancer is no match for me. Once we conclude our business, well, how do they know that? I thought they said no one's ever come back from the 8th or 9th one. Once we conclude our business in Mictlan, we'll return to your city. It'd be a shame to let this new fame go to waste. So when I get back, we're gonna hold the Needle Curse Cup we talked about last night. Whoa, I can't believe we're gonna have another Shakta ceremony. Nothing can stop us now. Well, I guess the 8th would be an underworld, so I guess that kind of makes sense for it to be Kamazatsu's with the whole undead thing. I only beat Kamazatsu because it was essentially a bad matchup for him, and a number of advantages going on. Further got into Talalok, the rain god again. I don't think I can defeat her as I am now. You know, I did realize something. I was talking about Needle Curse Altar last video, right? And big part of my theory came from the fact that I was like, oh yeah, I used to use a support back in the Japanese server. I realized that may not be the case. I did Last Belt 7 pretty late. Like Ordeal Call is already out by the time I finished it, right? And I rolled Needle Curse Altar and I used her for a lot of the Lost Belt. So I could be mixing up the fact that, you know, she was a sport with just the fact that I used my own Needle Curse Altar. In which case, she could totally go Ushi on us. But no, it'll be fine, it'll be fine. If she's gonna turn Ushi, it would have been at the end of Act 1. I don't think I can defeat her as I am now. Good morning, sorry I'm late. Went down to look at the shops first thing in the morning, lost track of time. They were even out of the thing I was looking for. Just goes to show that you should prep for an adventure ahead of time. Not to worry, Kuko. Everything we'll need for camping out. We're all good to go. Been guiding Horsey and Mashu since the 1st stratum after all. Do we have like a lot of gems? I assume, is Agreshka go like Ishtar in that she likes money? I mean, she's Rin, of course she likes money. Guess I just need to come along for the ride. Good job, Tepu. Of course I'll do the best I can. Why do you sound so happy about this? Because you've never been proud of any of your accomplishments before. This proves you gotten better at asserting yourself and showing us when you're serious. Don't know that I agree with that. How does she like know him from? How well does she know him? You two wouldn't either, would you? You adjust your glasses, I can tell you mean business, that's true. Me too. You may not have realized this yourself, since you're a naturally gentle soul. You clearly feel a great deal of responsibility for the jobs you accept and the results you produce. I see. The thing with my glasses wasn't really meant to convey my emotions. Made these myself. That way avoid looking upon things I shouldn't. Still, hearing what Mystic Eyes of Death perception? This is Shiki Dinosaur. We're about to go meet Arcuate Dinosaur. But hearing what you both said, both had to say just now was wonderful. Hope I can remember this moment perfectly forever. Okay, we should probably get going. It'll take us about 2 days to reach the 7th stratum from here. Oh geez, okay. We should be pretty safe with this lineup. Make sure you all stay sharp on the road anyway. And wyverns. Oh, ocelotls? Oh, they sound more human now. Found them, kill the... I don't know what that word's supposed to be. Oh geez, we're already in trouble. What the hell are they thinking? Are they trying to burn the whole jungle? Yes, this means we've entered their territory, the 5th stratum. Even so, I can't believe they tried to blast us with fire before we even got close to them. Do they not just care about the jungle, or the animals that live in it? I think you just understood a little. You too, Master? I thought I made out some of what they were saying just now as well. We all may have woken up at the same time. The Ocelot language and how they exchange information must be changing rapidly. It's incredible how quickly they adapt, especially without the Mallah's protection. No time to be scooping things out. See that guy? He's the leader around here, the captain of their squad. Let's take him out right now, or he's gonna be a thorn in our side for who knows how long. And you guys better turn that machine gun into scrap metal and pawn it off to Kong and Skya. Oh, we can get a lot of QP for that, I think. At least 10. Not 10 million, just 10. Buy a servant. Wait, can I use any support? I didn't read that. Yes, okay. Then I went back. Gonna bring a oh, it's a berserker, so maybe it's not. I'll give it an Arcuate. It's can't go wrong with that. And just someone to clean up if necessary. Archer's back, of course. You cannot miss Archer's back. That is a necessary component of any battle. And so I think, can we triple loop with Black Grail? I've never actually tried it. Let's try it out. Like if it goes wrong, we can swap in more Masa for a instant charge. This chapter also has a seriously long arrow. Like, nah, so can't you split it up? See, there's cornfields around here too. Of course, corn is considered the flesh of the gods, but modified to grow anywhere and everywhere in Mictlan. It's also one of the Danos' primary source of energy, second only to the sun. Luck would have it, we have an excellent harvest today. Okay, that gives the scale of the corn. Very big. Tomorrow we'll be entering the 6th stratum, the 3rd underworld. While I'm accustomed to it, the rest of you will be seeing the galactic sand dunes for the first time. Oh, so he's been all the way past here? So tonight I want you all to get plenty of nutrients and rest up for the trek across them. Are there dunes? Galactic sand. It's space! Space at Reshkagol. Also have some sauce Baker was kind enough to prepare for us on the storm border. Huh? You putting that black water in her holy corn? Kind of evil to me. What is it exactly? Called soy sauce. On corn? You brush it over corn before cooking it. Oh, see the result for yourselves. Like, I'm not saying it can't work, but also that seems weird to me. Yay, it's roasted corn! Question mark, question mark, question mark? I mean, in my head, if you want to go all out with corn, it's butter and then just salt and pepper. Can't forget the pepper. Although, I mean, I might like pepper more than like a normal person. Because like, when my parents cook, they never use pepper. They're crazy. So when I discovered pepper as like an 18-year-old, I was like, oh my god, what have I been missing this whole time? I always thought it was like the scary black particles. Okay, 0 AP. Buckle up, we're in for a long one. Oh, it's corn eating contest. She's now just a corn eating machine. Look, Vulcan, maybe that's enough. You'll give yourself a terrible stomachache if you overeat. Then again, she's eaten 10 times her body mass in corn already. Maybe there's no sense worrying. All good here. To few another helping. Been missing out on this tasty treat for 100,000 years, so gotta make up for lost time, yes! And probably human history is just downright devious. You're recklessly crazy. Why would you invent something that makes corn taste this good? You want the whole world's supply devoured? Well, I won't let that happen. I'm a god, you know? So she'll eat all the soy sauce to stop us. If it ever looks like we're about to run out of corn for good, do everything in my power to make sure we don't. She says that she eats all the corn. So this is culture shock. Terrifying. Seems we have a new possible cause of extinction on our hands. I'll look after Kukulkan, so don't worry about her. Enjoy your after dinner chat. Oh, we love the after dinner chat. Daniel's never really cultivated much in the way of culinary techniques, because this is all very new and exciting for her. Glad the roast corn made her so happy though. Granted she likes it since she's humanoid like us, but it's good to get confirmation. You know, Da Vinci, maybe a little late to be asking this, but why do you put soy sauce on corn? Kukulkan is this lost boat's god. Why does she look like a human, not like a Danos? That's a good question. I don't blame you for wondering. Whenever humans imagine being superior to themselves, you should think of giants or beasts. Oh, I think I know the answer. People wouldn't roll for her if she was a dinosaur. But if she's a cute anime girl... Actually, you know, there is a dinosaur girl, and do people roll for her? I don't know. Their tendency is to mix the familiar human form with characteristics no ordinary human could find. By that standard, you'd expect Kukulkan to look a lot more like Danos than a human. I mean, even like, you know, like the stereotypical image of aliens, right? It's still pretty humanoid. Like they've got, you know, a face, similar limb structure to us, eyes, although, you know, they're big, you know, mouth and nose, well, more like nostrils rather than nose. Hear me, evil roast corn. Your days are numbered. Swear not to rest until every last kernel of you's in my belly. Just wait until they introduce popcorn. Are you sure she's not actually a dinosaur? Don't have a chat. I understand how you feel, but that's not nice to say. Why is that not nice to say? What's wrong with being a dinosaur, Mashu? Okay, I was hoping to gather a little more information. Oh, I remember what I wanted to say. I realized I know why Wakub is evil. Because he's a cliff racer. You can never trust a cliff racer. So I'm going to gather a little more information first. This seems like a good opportunity to move up our schedule and hold an emergency briefing. It's gonna be kind of heavy for an after dinner. Oh my, is this gonna be 12 minutes of lore? Well, 12 minutes of the Game Press article, it's like 20 minutes for us. For an after dinner conversation, so be ready for that. I assume this is gonna be relevant for next chapter when we meet Archetype Earth, but alright, I'm not gonna keep you waiting any longer. I'm sure you've been wondering about the origins of Mesoamerica in the Magecraft world, and why the 7th Lost Ball turned out the way it did. We should have discussed that at the start, so on behalf of Chaldea, I'm sorry it took this long to get to it. But while we maybe took the scenic route to get to it, the time has finally arrived. Are you ready, everyone? Are you ready, Horsey? Let's get this episode of Da Vinci's Mythology Corner started. First off, Horsey. Really, Mashu already told you about proper human history's Chichen Itza, relationship between Maya and Aztec mythology, right? I remember some of it, yeah? Do you remember what she said? The Mayan, yeah, well, I know that. Mayan stuff came first, followed by the Aztec. Some was the same, some were different. So true, Gulo. So true. Very broad strokes, but since we're discussing the Lost Ball, I guess a basic understanding will do for now. Taking all that into consideration, let's go over our journey so far. Yep. Originally infiltrated the Seven Lost Belt in South America to finally settle the score with the foreign. Okay, we're recapping all of that. The bridge from the storm wall stood at the South American continent we expected to see. Found Pangea, the massive supercontinent that once contained all of Earth's land mass. Immediately after, the ground split open, revealing what I can only describe as a light we don't yet understand. That light struck the storm border, sending it crashing down into this underground world known as Mictlan. As you'd expect from its name, Mictlan strongly reflects the characteristics of Central America rather than South America. That's most likely because this Lost Belt's roots, that is, the basic idea underpinning it, comes from Central America and proper human history. It would be more accurate to refer to this world as the Central American Lost Belt rather than the South American Lost Belt. Nasu learned! He knows! It just took him, half a Lost Belt in 20 years. True, but its service coordinates are still in South America, so let's just stick with South American Lost Belt. That's the retcon. Here's my first observation. Except if you look at the pin on like the globe thing in Calais, I'm pretty sure it's in Central America. Here's my first observation. Dig a little deeper into Central American mythology. In addition to being closely tied to the natural world, Central American mythology also tried to focus on astronomical perspective. They have a great interest in outer space. That's true. In fact, there are a lot of depictions of rockets pointing towards the sky that remain in Mesoamerican memorials and relics today. Rockets? Why is that? The Magecraft world has a theory! Aliens came from space! I think the Mayan civilization's interest in outer space may have started with a figure who already knew plenty about it. As in an alien? Yep, came from outer space, but it wasn't the kind of creature you're probably imagining. 66 million years ago, during the fifth of the Big Five extinction events, an enormous meteorite crashed into the Yucatan Peninsula in Central America. The result shockwave is believed to have become a massive heat wave that covered the entire planet. Is that? Hold on, I'm gonna look that up. I thought the meteorite landed in like the Gulf of Mexico. Cotton. Or is it the Gulf of America now? Did they change the name of that? I don't know if they actually did or not. We're all just gonna call it the Gulf of Mexico anyway. Oh, okay, it's the little piece that sticks out. Okay, okay, I see. Effectively ending the dinosaurs' time as Earth's dominant life forms. I understand dinosaurs are different from dinosaurs, but I'm told their bodies are equally strong and durable. So if this event wiped out the dinosaurs and changed the entire ecosystem, it's been quite the disaster. Yep, the earthquake created by the meteorite's impact exceeded a magnitude of 11, the resulting tsunamis are easily over 300 meters tall. Recently, some people have come to believe that another meteorite landed in West Africa at around the same time. But either way, there's no question about the impact on the Yucatan Peninsula. There's just too much evidence of it. Is the 160-kilometer crater along the peninsula? Iridium, a rare metal, was discovered there too. Above all, the enormous underground cavern that was clearly formed by a meteorite impact. You see, there are a lot of springs called cenotes in the Yucatan Peninsula. They're essentially very deep pits with groundwater bubbling up at the bottom, making them crucial sources of water. One of the reasons these cenotes formed in the first place was a result of the changes the meteorite impact had on the bedrock. It explains why so many of the cenotes are connected to each other underground, like a giant ant colony. See? This means there must have been a massive underground world running beneath the Yucatan Peninsula as far back as 66 million years ago. For the people living there at the time, the underworld of Xibalba from Maya mythology was very real. Over time, this underworld myth was brought into Aztec mythology as well, where it was reborn as Mictlan. And the Magecraft world believes that the primal fear that locals had of Mictlan wasn't a product of legend, but because that very real fear was inscribed upon their DNA. So does that mean they had different DNA from humans? No, they are perfectly normal except for one additional factor. The Yucatan Peninsula meteorite was absolutely chock full of resources. And I don't just mean the kind of rare metals that are nearly impossible to find on Earth. I mean matter, or even life forms that didn't exist on Earth at all, right? Because Quetzalcoatl was a germ. What I'm saying is aliens arrived on the same meteorite that hit the Yucatan Peninsula. You're kidding me, Nasu. How could you? I wonder if they're gonna bring the West Africa one up at all. Because I mean, if the the Central American one is alien germs, why can't the West Africa? I've never actually heard of that, by the way. I don't know if that's true or not, or just Nasu being weird. No, it's hard to believe, but it's the only explanation that makes sense. Anyway, the meteorite came with intelligent life form from another planet. We don't actually have any African servants except the Egyptian ones, right? Oh no, I guess we have the Queen of Sheba. Although she's, being a biblical figure instead of more like, she's like a very, very vague biblical character instead of a historical one. Like, I think it's implied she came from Ethiopia, but it's never downright stated. We don't know whether they used life on Earth as host bodies like parasites, or if they outright fused with them. Either way, this intelligent life arriving on Earth resulted in the rapid rebirth and development of advanced life on the planet. What's more, did so in ways beings like ourselves, who reproduce sexually, could never duplicate. These extraterrestrials had to multiply quickly, over a large area, without pause so they could cover all of Earth. Okay, so there's like a lot of them then. Like, I thought it was just like, a couple, because the gods. But also, does this mean that the alien germ is still present in modern day Nasuverse, or did something cause it to die out? Like the end of the Age of Gods or something. The best way they could do that was via the natural world's most abundant form of life, plants. This means the beings which arrived with the meteorite weren't conscious beings, but fungi with the ability to store and convey information. Oh, okay. They parasitized Earth's plants and helped them develop their seeds. Once humans came around, they were revered as the incarnations of nature itself. Those are the roots of all Mesoamerican gods, that attached to just about anything and lend them their power. At times, they probably appeared as natural forces themselves. Sometimes I bet they used animals as their host bodies. Other times, I wouldn't be surprised if they used humans. In time, the people who would eventually form the Mayan civilization, those are the most compatible with the fungi, became priests, kings, and sometimes gods. So basically, in the Magecraft world, okay, so it's not everyone, it's some people. I believe that it was these fungi which gave the Mayan people their visions of outer space, the fungi's homeworld. So these aliens, visitors attached to the meteorite from 66 million years ago, the origin of this civilization's got. Why are there so many aliens landing on Earth? You got the Greeks, you got the whatever you want to call these Mayan gods. You got, well, I guess the Romans are the same thing, but like, what are the odds of all these different pantheons landing on Earth? What does that remind me of? Quincy, when you say fungi, talking about the mushrooms we know today? Well, recently there have been theories that all fungi on Earth not only share a common language, but that they also communicate through their own underground network. Topic for another time. I've heard of that. In retrospect, calling them fungi may have been misleading. More closely resemble the roots of a plant than anything else. Wait. Oh, I'm on you, Nasu. That's what's it? Subject E? Is that his name? Oh no. Okay. I remember someone saying that the alien is actually just a little like twig on the counter. Well, the body is what remains of David Blue Book. So, oh, huh. Okay, so we didn't find a corpse there, right? We just found like the twigs. What if when whoever shot David, they didn't kill him, but they like exorcised the, I don't know, the alien germs out of his body and he left them there. I forgot about the guy that shot David. One of those people is David. 100%, it has to be. I don't know if it's the guy who got shot that left behind the body, the twigs, like the Aztec germs. We're calling it that now. Over the guy that shot him, but he's one of them. Or both. Maybe he's both. I mean, even if, like, not time travel wise, you could just say it's a metaphorical scene. That's him shooting himself to, you know. Anyway, while these fungi or plant roots, or whatever you want to call them, were able to store and convey information, they weren't able to achieve conscious intelligence on their own. May sound bad, but in many ways, they're like a virus that needed a host body to survive. I think that by attaching to a host, these beings were able to advance the host's species and secure a livable biosphere. Carrier of the Gods. Right, there's a family in the Majors Association who's been watching over mystic fungi from the Age of Gods for generations. That's gotta be like a Case Files reference. Is it the same kind of thing? I don't think it's... I don't think I've read anything with that mentioned. Yep, origins may be different, but the carriers of the gods follow the same logic. They're sold as humans infected with the divine blood who can manifest mystics from the Age of Gods here in the modern times. Like, the only thing that came to mind is, Karatsugu's dad, or, I don't know, Emi or something. Like, I don't think it was talked about in the anime much, but I think he was, like, growing plants for immortality or something. Hold on. Karatsugu dad. Norikata Emiya. Got a sealing designation. So on the island, trying to do. Is it fungi? Apparently, oh, he's referenced in Case Files. Someone steals his research. Spoilers. Oh right, he did time manipulation magic. But you remember, Kiritsugu does that. He goes Kaioken mode. Anyway, who can manifest mystics from the Age of Gods here in modern times. Doesn't get much rarer than that. In Aztec mythology, Quetzalcoatl and Tezcatlipoca often appeared as humans despite being gods. But if Quetzalcoatl was actually god filaments using the king of that age as his host body, then it all makes sense. Of course! First, these aliens attached themselves to plants, which caused plant life to flourish. This resulted in Central and South America's massive jungles and rainforests. They then used the plant roots spread out underground as a nervous system to cultivate all around the world. Over time, they noticed the emergence of humans, Earth's prime species, oversaw the end of the Age of Gods. When these beings' own time ran out, and they accepted they would never return to their home in outer space, they started to entrust their hopes and dreams to their children, inhabiting the Earth's surface, humans. As the story began, the Mayan and Aztec civilizations. Their mythology still remembers Earth's Big Five extinction events, but doesn't portray them in a negative light. The mythology focused on the rebirth of species, filled with the will to overcome even the world's worst ending disaster. They accepted extinction and worked to overcome it. Hold on, I want to get something up on my phone to Google it later. Earth 5 extinction event. Because I've only heard about this from Nasu's point of view. I'm not familiar with this, like... I want to make sure he's not, like, lying. Yeah, okay, the big 5 mass extinctions, that's the thing. Kukulkan is asleep now, so I overheard your discussion. I'm going to read about that later. If I understand you correctly, Da Vinci, you're saying that human history diverged based on the species. These extraterrestrials chose to carry on their wish to return to their home. In proper human history, they chose humans. The South American Lost Belt, they choose dinos. Us. Does that mean this Lost Belt began after the mass extinction event 66 million years ago? If so, this Lost Belt would have the longest history of any of them, by far. How long ago was Safer? It was like 14,000, right? For that matter, I mean this Lost Belt's prime species has been developing for even longer than proper human. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's all correct. Still a lot we don't know. Safe to say that meteorite that crashed on the Yucatan Peninsula marked the point where this Lost Bolt began. Can't see what happened after that. You know, hey, I called it earlier this episode. I just remember the 66 million and 6 million, which they're the same number, come on. I forget what the 6 million number was for though. Why does Kukulkan look human instead of like a Danos? Why did this Lost Bolt's god filaments chose to parasite Danos and not humans? Dinosaurs would have also wiped out during the 5th big extinction event. So if the filaments are going to choose any species to parasitize, surely they would choose mammals, the dominant form of life, just like they did in proper human history. Alright, it all comes back to Ort, right? I'm assuming Wait, did Ort land here 6 million years ago? Is that what that is? If so, maybe the time frame's off. Or maybe Ort arrived earlier, or I don't know. So I'm pretty sure I've at least got the broad strokes right. Probably could have inferred a little more if Holmes were here. This is the best I can do on my own. Dang it, we've only got a database. We don't have the detective. The U-Olga reference. I see. So you need more information to make additional inferences. Why don't we try looking at it from a different angle? Flip the chessboard over. We might not know why the god filaments chose the Danos. We do know the basis for our being chosen. Do we know? Oh sure, that's pretty clear. Before we got on, I'd like to just go over some facts. Horsey, based on the information we've gathered so far, what can you say about the Danos? You're different from dinosaurs. Yep, they of course have the same musculature as dinosaurs. They can camouflage themselves like chameleons. They can communicate telepathically. They're all herbivores despite the diversity in their species, and they can nullify physical impacts using biowaves. It would be impossible for this traits to have evolved on Earth organically, their high intelligences in particular. I don't mean that it's impossible for them to be smart. I mean that most herbivores simply wouldn't be capable of it. It's not feasible that at their size, Danos would be able to obtain the required nutrients for survival on an herbivore's diet alone. What if all the germs are in the corn? That's why the corn grows so big. And corn's actually the prime species of this lost belt. Whereas the Danos must be replenishing the energy they need via different means. Teachings of the sun. They're able to live on water and sunlight alone. You mean the Danos are plants? Or don't say plants. Yep, they're conducting photosynthesis, they're plants, all the time, thanks to the god filament's evolutionary help. This lost belt's prime species, the Danos, are a hybrid of both flora and fauna. They've been in this world's dominant form of life for 66 million years. They're way more advanced than humanoids like us. You ending the chapter there? Okay, no. Can't believe it. I had no idea we're such incredible creatures. You sure are. You all probably don't think anything of it. But you Danos are actually the perfect intelligent life form. Every last one of you is strong. You don't have to compete with each other for resources to survive. In a way, you're just like the vision Krishtaria had for an ideal humanity. Species whose members will never need to fight among themselves. That is, the Danos are the ideal species. The ideal prime species. Anyway, we're gonna wipe you guys out in a couple days. Yes, Krisharia's goal wasn't a pipe dream after all. The ideal species we hope to see exists right here. The fact that they're all so kind like Tepu makes me so happy. That being said, even though I can make an educated guess about the meteorite hitting the Yucatan Peninsula being the branching point for the lost belt, I'll have no idea why it ended up with this unusual structure. The only way we're gonna find out is by going to this observatory. But first, gotta get through the next checkpoint, the third underworld. You know, it's kind of inconvenient to have an observatory set up 7 layers deep underground. You think, you know, putting it on the nearer the surface would be a good idea. And again, this time we've got Needlecrest, Da Vinci, and the ridiculously overpowered dinosaur god snoozing away over there. I'm sure we can handle anything this place throws at us. Bring it on, I say. That is called foreshadowing. Rishka Gull's about to kick our butts. Da Vinci's guesses are mostly correct. Oh! This is an Asu. I assume it's Tepu. We did fall from outer space. We did end up stranded on them. Or maybe Kukulkan. In your world of proper human history. Yeah, okay, it's Kukulkan. We're the ones who instigated the 5th mass extinction event 66 million years ago. But this is a lost belt. In this world, thanks to a tiny deviation in its path, the meteorite that devastated the planet arrived 250 million years sooner. What does that change? And that is where our worlds parted ways. Also where Mictlan you see here began. For 234 million years, we started roots to keep the supercontinent together. Oh, million! Okay, sorry, I read that as 1,000. I was like, yeah, that's, I mean, in the grand scheme of things, that's nothing. But then, 66 million years ago, the planet's faced its 3rd extinction level event. So, it arrived between 2 and 3? Or, in proper human history, this is where the old world ended and the new Cenozoic era began. Instead of waiting for humans like you to appear later, we chose to carry on. We chose the prehistoric children who continue to survive so valiantly on the just like those of you who were born later. Woke up too early. I guess I gotta go talk to someone and have a deep philosophical chat. Oh, you woke up? What a coincidence. So did I. But she woke us up with her germs. So I'm up anyway. I decided to give Havatron a break and keep watch for her. Just admiring Mictlan's sky. Go get some more sleep. Got the lookout stuff covered. Yes. ... You're not gonna go back to sleep? Then would you like something to drink? You stay hydrated, right? You want to know how we're seeing stars even so deep underground? Well, unfortunately, Mictlan's night sky is an extra window into outer space. Just looks like one. The stars you're seeing are just the Mala using phosphorescence to imitate what the real night sky of so long ago looked like. The only real celestial body here is the sun. Even that's technically a fake, since it's actually a really tiny artificial recreation of the real thing. I might have just been imagining things, but... Yes? Were you just pretending to be asleep earlier, Kukulkan? Well, you saw right through me. I didn't think it was really my place to speak up there, so I figured pretending to be asleep would be the best way to not interfere. I mean, the whole conversation would have come to a screeching halt if they asked me to weigh in, you know? What do you think, Kukulkan? How did Mictlan end up like this? I wouldn't have known what to do if you'd asked me those kind of questions. You'd asked, I'd have to answer. And since I can't lie, well... Decided to pretend to be asleep and wait until the storm passed. Does that mean you have something to hide? Oh, but you kept something for Da Vinci too, didn't you? There was a moment you could have pointed out that she was wrong, but you chose not to say anything. Why is that? Is it about the alien? Or like the Introm? Or, yeah. You already know whose dream it was you saw when you were back in Chichen Itza, don't you? Dream? Is it because you didn't want to interrupt? Because you realized I was only faking being asleep? And you knew instinctively that if you spilled the beans, I'd kill you. What? La. I didn't even notice the contradiction. I'm stupid. I don't know. We play Gudo. Yeah, of course. Yep, that. Really? Well, then you're dead on. You told everyone. You'd all be gone now. Cornfield and all. Anyway, that's enough joking around. You guessed right. That dream you saw came from the Mala, the god filaments rooted here in Mictlan. I don't know how you ended up harmonizing with Mictlan so well, but you didn't do anything wrong. I remember talking about the dream. I don't remember what the dream said though. So, remember I said I was thinking about how it might be like a servant one, like back in Fate Stay Night and stuff. Nothing wrong with telling everyone what you saw and discussing it with them. But there's a pretty good chance that doing so would expose the certain someone's thoughtless misdeeds. I guess she will have no one to blame but herself for that. Honestly, I don't remember what I saw. I'm gonna go back and check that out. Well, probably when I edit it. I mean, you forget what you dream almost as soon as you wake up? Humans just like that? Oh man, now that I think about it, I'm the same way. I was the only one who's so forgetful. Oh, okay. Say goodnight then. I'll just chuck all this up to a dream and forget it when you wake up. Isn't she supposed to keep watch? I mean, don't worry about anything. I'll be keeping watch all night. Yeah, okay. Okay, back to bed. Okay, whatever was in that dream, it's gotta have important information. I gotta go back and look at that. Maybe we can find it on just Atlas. Anyway, that is 40 minutes. That's a good stopping point. This one's blue. Shosho Akui. All floaty and stuff. Archer? Yoshiko's a lancer, right? Oh, it's just Ishtar. No, not Ishtar. Anyways, I will see you guys next time for some more Fate Grand Order when hopefully we get our command spells back. Do we have a costume this one, by the way? Just lanterns? Spear prism? XP? Yeah, okay. No costume. Okay. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.